Hey, now I'm going to show you some of our really popular books for your preschool child that is, in preschool or kindergarten. So, some of our really great tools for learning are our Wipe Clean books. We have a ton of activity ones, but we also have math, alphabet, writing, pen and pen control, and just a ton of great tools. These are great because obviously they're wipe clean. Each book comes with a marker at the front, and then it just asks you, to write different things and various activities. So our Wipe Clean books are definitely a must-have if you have a child who is starting to be in school. One of our fun books for a preschooler are our Muddle and Match. As you line up the colors, the letters match up, so there's alliteration, and then as you mix and match the tabs, the story gets crazy, the animals get crazier, and it just is a lot of fun. And so it kind of helps them learn those letters as they see the alliteration, and then it helps with their, matching of the animals, colors, and everything that's in there. So that's our Muddle and Match. One of our other fun books for preschoolers are our very first Things to Spot. We have At Home, Things to Spot, Out and About. And these are great. The pages are not a board book, but they are pretty sturdy. As you can hear that, they're not super flimsy. And then I just love it because I think it really helps the toddler, as they're learning toddler, clear up to preschool, their colors, shapes, animals, and pretty much everything ending. Who's riding a bicycle, spot a bird, which car has no wheels, beep beep with their sounds, and then who's wearing a red boot. So it just helps, like I said, with everything that they need, that they're learning at that age. So I do have to mention our learning palette. I know I might have done a video on it, but here it is. So I kept it in the case so that you guys can see the buttons. So each has a little base, and then has the buttons around it, and then the flap is around it. This is an awesome tool if you have a child who loves to learn or is even struggling learning and they just need something fun to engage them. This is a great game, matching game for them. We have everything from alphabet, numbers, multiplication, division, and like I said, really fun. We have the kids, you can find it individually. So that's our learning palette. Another fun book is Telling the Time. This is by Mrs. Boots and her kids Poppy and Stan, if you're familiar with Farm Your Tales. And it she's teaching them how to tell time. And so in the book, these things, the hands on the clock move, and so you can help them set the clock to where it needs to go. And so Poppy and Sam learn to tell time. You can learn to tell the time too. And then it just says, what time is it now? Look at the clock. And then it has the clock there. And then you can match it up here and to ask the child what time it is. So that's a fun learning book about telling the time. One of my new absolute favorites is Count to 100. We just got this one in July. Again, the pages are a little bit sturdier, so great for those toddler hands. And then each page, it just has various numbers. So when you can count to 100, you always start with 1. So one full moon, and then just goes through the whole book. 30 animals, 50 city windows, and the illustrations are just gorgeous in this book. And I just love all of the details, and it's just a really fun book to help your child count to 100. One of our also great series are Lift the Flap. We have a ton of them, and they are so educational, helping them with their hand-eye coordination, and then just everything else that asks. So this one is numbers, and it says, at the zoo, how many each of these animals can you see? And so you count them, and then you see if they're right. There's one elephant. And then lift the flap to check the numbers. At the fun fair, can you count the spots in each balloon, then open the flap in order from 1 to 10? So then you open them from 1 to 10. So really great counting book again. That's lots of flap numbers. I also love our Big Book of. So we have several of these. We have Big Book of Colors, Big Book of Animals, Big Book of Trucks, Big Book of Bugs. Pretty much everything you can think of, but they're all fiction, nonfiction books. So they're all very educational. So this is their colors book, and it's really pretty. It has all the colors in the rainbow. You have yellow and blue, and it just gives various facts about the colors, why they were named that, moods and meanings. And then in the middle, it has this clear cellophane page, so you can talk about mixing and changing colors. So again, really fun educational book, our Big Book of. So those are some of our favorite books for preschoolers up to kindergarten.